today I'm working on shop air supply. Got the compressor mounted. Cutting some 3/4 pipe copper. This is the type L, which is a thicker pipe. Kind of went back and forth on doing PEX. I don't know longevity, how long that will last. I know the copper will last a long time. So that's what I'm going with. I think what I'm going to do, pick it up here. There's the compressor. So what I'm going to do here is some 3/4 pipe off the regulator. I put a union in here. I'm going to 90 it down. And then I'm gonna shoot it back up. Maybe zoom out a little bit so you can see this a little better. So if I 90 this down here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna 90 it again, and then I got a 3-way union, which is gonna be 3/4, 3/4, and 1/2. So when I get to here and I go back up my run, I'm gonna do the 3/4, 3/4, and then 1/2 going down, and I'll put a 1/2 ball valve here, hoping that in this little U here, being the lowest spot, as the air cools in the copper, the condensation will build up here, and I'll be able to drain it out the bottom, and then it's gonna go up the wall, and I'm actually gonna mount my air hose reel. I'll mount it right up there, like over here, so it's out of the way, and I got kind of a short run. That copper is pretty expensive, so I wasn't going to overdo it, but 50-foot reel. This is an 18x24 shop. That should be plenty of air line to reach around. What I think I might do too is put another pigtail going towards that direction, and I'll put a shutoff valve there, so later I can add some 3/4 over to the other side, and I may put another reel over here, or maybe just a wall thing, but I did kind of want to hard pipe the 3/4 down to my sandblaster here, just with a shutoff valve. So that's what I'm doing. I'll record more in a little bit. All right, so I'm working on mounting this reel up there. I put a 2x6 up there. I want to get it hung because I need to run the pipe up, and I'm going to put a 3-way 3/4 splitter in there, and then somewhere up here, I think if I put a 3-way, then I can run a pipe out and put the shutoff valve, and then the fitting on the end. And when the reel's hung, it comes with a hose. I think it's 3/8 hose. I'll just loop it and hook it right into the shutoff valve. But I want to put another T in so that I can go straight up and then eventually work my way over to the other side. I'd like the hard pipe, direct pipe in the sandblast cabinet, so there's no restrictions on the flow of that thing. So, got a lag bolt. I just need to take a walk to my other garage and get my tools. Working out of 2 shops here. Got me walking back and forth all the time. As you can see, it's beautiful outside. Nice snowy day. Heating over in here. 2 Mustangs in here. Don't mind my messy roll cart. Just putting brakes on my daughter's car the other day. And here's struts. These are my 2 Fox bodies, 93 coupe. Just heads cam, saline intake. This is my 88. Twin turbo 427 6-speed car. filthy dirty. Sounds like something put a nut in the hood because I heard it fall when I opened it. It's filthy. Oh, let's go back and mount this reel. Two shops I'm working out of. Oops, sorry about that. It's a 24 by 24. And that's the 18 by 24. America. Gotta fix that flag. Let's get that flag fixed. There we go. Got a 30 by 45 back there. Mostly just use it for storage. I may build it out eventually or add on to it or heat it or something. Let's see. Back in the mini shop. Got the socket that I need. So I got you guys set up on my car. See how this goes. I'm just going to lag bolt these two bottom holes in so I can hang the reel. Get them started square. I already pre-drilled them. Hopefully this doesn't split. Figured I'd start the two bottom ones and then I can measure or mark for the top two so I can pre-drill those. Those wind up high enough up here, I may just drill a hole all the way through and bolt them in. It'd be kind of hard to get the drill in there because of where the hose reel is kind of in the way and I didn't really want to take it apart. Well, I guess I probably should have grabbed a ratchet or something so that I can get to those. Snug them up a little. I'm not going to get this in there. I don't think it'll stay there either. I'll run them in a little bit more. Drill. See if that'll work. Washington. That's gonna work out nice there, I think. The ceiling, pretty close, but not there. Well, maybe I can just hold it here and just wanted to make sure that I get those top holes pretty accurate. And I like to level it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna grab a ratchet so I can tighten those up. I'm back. Up, down, up, down. That's how everything goes usually. 14. I think those are probably 13s. But that should give me close enough. Make sure this thing's level out. There we go. Yeah, and that's gonna wind up right at the top of this other 2x6. So I'm not gonna be able to bolt it through. I guess I'll just pre-drill them, and I'm gonna have to try to run them all in by hand. Maybe I'll grab a ratcheting wrench or something. That should help. Yep, 13. 13. And the drill again. I'll be right back. I'm back. Got the 13. Probably should have just grabbed the whole socket rail. I don't know why I didn't. So I'm gonna run these in just to make it easier to put them in later. That's going to take all day. Sneak it in there. Should have started the other one, but yeah. somehow some weight. You know? Still there? Good. Oh yeah. That's not going anywhere. Gotta get that one more. Which is kind of the hardest one to get to. There we go. I think I have a screwdriver. I might fit in there. Let's see. See if that'll fit. I call it a screwdriver, little angle guy. I don't know if it's gonna fit. Of course not. Why not? Oh yeah. Look at that. We got it mounted. Let's try it out. Those are all wound up. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. I just need to set this to be lower. Do that with a Phillips bit. If I can find it. So that side. And that side. Find out. How do we want to hang it? Like that. Just misses my head. that turned out pretty good. See that I bought it on Amazon. Clutch, coming in clutch. 50 feet, 3/8 hose. Should work out pretty good for this garage. I like it that I kind of tucked out of the way. Can't really even, it's just out of the way for now. It'll work. Well, I'm gonna continue. I'll be back. Okay, so now we're gonna start to solder some of the pipes using some lead-free solder paste. Definitely want to make sure that you get it pasted in here pretty good so that it sucks the solder in when you heat it. I usually do both sides. Also, make sure you clean the pipes really good. They're nice and clean. I usually fit them all up. I mean, I'm no plumber, but I've done a bunch of this recently in the house. Probably about 100 feet of copper pipe. Slip them together. You know, I'm gonna go a little deeper with the paste because it goes in there pretty far. Sorry, the heater's running in the background. Actually putting a union in there, copper union. I've never used one before. Hopefully it seals well. Figured I'd have to put a union in there somewhere just in case I need to get the pipes apart to replace anything. Make it a little easier. I know when I ran my gas line in here, coming out of the ground, I didn't put a union. I wish I did so that I could take the pipe apart. Now I have to start all the way at the end and work my way all the way back to take it apart if I ever have to. Let's get it in there real good. Okay, solder, not gas, no judging. I'm good enough to get it done, but I'm not a professional. Another trick is you want to get it hot enough so that the pipe itself will melt the solder, not the fire. Usually like to rotate it around a little bit. You can test it. Just so you know it. Goes. Check it all the way around. I always go heavy. Leaves me a big drip at the bottom, but at least then I know. Feel good. A little bit more over here because it's not really. I've actually seen people brush it a little bit more flux there while they're heating it. But this side of the fitting is actually really thick. So think it's going to be hard to get it. I don't know. Cool down. See, I always get it. I got a little too much where I get them big drips. But I'd rather it seal than not seal. Doesn't have to look beautiful. All right, carry on. All right, so we're back at it. It's now Sunday. Continuing the run on the copper pipe. I guess I didn't talk too much about the compressor. It's a Quincy 60-gallon, 5 horsepower. It's the Qt-54. Actually just got it. I bought it from some dude on Marketplace. Actually got a pretty good deal on it. Pretty clean compressor. So this pipe is what I'm going to do here. Zoom out a little bit. See what I got. A shut-off valve with the fitting on it so I can hook the airline up to it, which isn't going to be that easy because this doesn't seem to be a swivel fitting on here, so I might have to get some kind of swivel union or something to put in there. Plan is to extend it up along the beam here. Probably just gonna run it. All right, so I kind of decided not to extend it up and over for now. I'm just gonna cap it. I figured that the 45s would work out for the angle of the pitch of the roof, but they don't. So I think I might have to replan that whole setup out. I might actually just go along the ceiling towards the garage door and then just run it over from there. So now I'm just gonna solder this on and try to get this portion of it finished up so I can use my ear, which I haven't been able to do yet. And I want to get going on my next project, which is this 64 Fairlane sitting on the lift behind me. I'm putting complete tubular front suspension on it. So I got a lot of cutting and grinding and stuff to do on that, which will be some of my next videos that I make after I'm done with this. Oh, that was in there. That was in there pretty tight. Yeah, I left the solder in the garage last night. I usually turn my heater down. I probably should have brought it in the house because it's kind of thick now and hard to spread. We'll see how it works out. Should probably wipe that out. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dirty inside there. I think the next problem I'm also going to run into is hooking the reel, the 3/8 hose from the reel up to my 3/8 adapter, because the reel hose isn't a swivel style hose. So it's going to make it pretty difficult to twist on there. I may actually have to try to run out and get some kind of 3/8 union or swivel adapter or something that I can spin on there. Seems like most of the time spent on a project is just getting all the stuff that I need. I'll heat this stuff up. Make it a little bit more pliable. There we go. Ah, yeah. Hit it with a blowtorch. That's what we needed. Now I feel like I should put some on the other end. Hit it again. There we go. Now that's more like it. That's more better. Make sure the handles don't hit each other. All right. Sure, I'm putting too much again, but it's kind of how I roll. Oh, looks pretty good. To the valve side. Sure didn't move. Looks pretty good. Let that cool down for a minute. So the other part, the other end down there, I'm going to have to solder that part on the wall. I'll take you over there. Out of the way. Set you up on my car again. Oh, you can see, yep, right there. And clean that out a little bit. A little solder in there, a little paste. Another thing I usually do is take a Scotch-Brite pad and just run it over. I soldered the pipes, kind of clean them up just a little bit. Paste up this other side. Position it back where I want it. So now I think it's pretty tight right in here. I just don't want to burn the heck out of all this wood. I actually think I might have a piece of sheet metal in the other shop that I could put here. Deflect some of that heat so it doesn't burn all the wood. Just enough to get that soldered. Another thing I thought about doing is just undoing it here and popping it out of this clip, which may be kind of hard to do now, just to kind of let it lean again away from the wall. But I think, let's take a walk. Let's go to the other shop. See if I got that piece of sheet metal. What a nice cold day. Still having to shovel my driveway. Nice. I got like this little welding cart. I usually these might work. So aluminum sheet. I mean, I could probably try that. I'll grab one of these 1/8" plates, aluminum sheet. I think this will work. We're going to try it anyway. Alright, set you back up. In my car, hopefully you don't fall. Yeah, it's going to be kind of tight. But if I bend it in there, kind of hard to get the solder in there. I think that'll do the trick. I still see. Kinda. There we go. All right. I believe this is going to be the last solder on this section. See how it goes. There you go. Aluminum's so hot, it was melting the solder too. I think we got it. Look at it right there, let it cool down. Looks like I melted the wall a little bit still. Not so bad though. Booger on that. Just leave it on there. Alright, so now just gotta get it mounted, get the reel hooked up, and we can test it out. I'll be back. So we're back. Got everything in here. Got a couple braces on it. Nothing too special. I might go get something a little nicer. I'm just gonna throw some air at the lines. Got a leak right here at the coupler. So let's try to snug that up. Get that leak to go away. There we go. Stop. Make sure the valve open all the way. The valve is open all the way. Regulator set at 100. See if we can turn that up a little bit. Compressor's got about 130 in it right now. Looks like this thing maxes out at 115. Clean out the lines a little bit. Let you guys hear this compressor. We'll kick it on, see if it runs. It says it's at 110.25, 125. Breaker on. Off. On. Let's drain some air until it kicks on. Nothing yet. Still kind of new to the compressor. I've only run it one time. Looks like it kicks on at 120 and turns off at, well, max pressure is 175, but I think it kicks off at like 150. quiet. Not too bad. Kick the pressure back down to 100. All right, so for that project for now, that's about it. I'm just gonna hook the hose reel up. I gotta get some kind of fitting so that I can screw it into the end up there. I can't even really see it right there. So the next project that I'm gonna do is gonna be, well, for the compressor, I wanna put a cooler on it. Basically gonna take the outlet hose from the pump and I'm gonna run it through a cooler and then run it back into the tank. That will cool it down quite a bit. And I think with the cooler and the copper that I did, that should be good enough to keep most of the moisture out of the lines. But stay tuned for some other stuff. The next part of the project is gonna be the fairlane. I have a tubular front suspension, like I said, going on it, which means I'm gonna be cutting and grinding under the hood. If I can find the hood latch. I'm basically gonna be cutting the shock towers back. All this has got to come out. Mount the tubular K member in there, start getting the suspension, everything put in. I also have an 04 Cobra Hydro Boost and rack setup going in it. So that'll be the next thing.